working in the data field for more than just money? That's you, right? Well, awesome, because in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to unpack and uncover your inner data superhero. And by that, I mean I'm going to show you how to identify the ideal data career path for you, given your personality and data skill sets. For the very best data leadership and business building advice, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when a new episode drops each week. Who am I to tell you anything about your data career path anyway? Well, my name is Lillian Pierson, and together with my partnerships with LinkedIn Learning and Wiley, I've been able to educate well over 1 million data professionals on data science and AI. Inside my company, Data-Mania, our mission is to support data professionals in becoming world-class data leaders and entrepreneurs. So the good news is here in 2021, it looks like everyone and their mother is looking to increase their data science skills. And that's excellent news in terms of data literacy. However, it seems like most people are learning data science with the intention that they would like to become data scientists. You know, I did that same thing back in 2012. I got all skilled up and ready to work as a data scientist, and then I realized that I would never be happy actually working as a data scientist because I needed to work in a capacity that allowed me more to work with people and to be more creative, and I didn't have the personality type to work as a data scientist. Basically, I need to be able to see a visceral and real life positive impact from the work I do on a daily basis, and coding up and building data solutions wasn't going to give me that. So instead of working as an employee, as a data scientist, I started my own company and have been a data entrepreneur ever since. Anyway, though, I'm creating this video to try and give you the heads up I wish I had had. Now, as I see it, choosing your data career path and the role in which you support companies with your data skills, you have to take 5 main things into consideration. Those are your current data skills, your career goals, your personality, your priorities, and your passions. First things first, of course, comes your data skill sets. These are really the rocket fuel for your data career. And data skill sets usually fall into one of 4 categories. They're either data analytics, data scientists, data science type skills, data engineering, or data leadership. Looking more closely at each of those, if you have data analytics skills, you're great at data visualization, data storytelling, dashboard design. Maybe you build dashboards and visualizations in Tableau or Power BI, and you're probably decent at using SQL to query and retrieve data. Now, if you have data science skills, then of course you have programming experience in Python and R, and you're great with machine learning. You have a deep understanding of statistics, and you know how to use SQL, these sorts of things. Now, if you're a data engineering type, then if you're just getting started in data engineering, you'd still probably be working in traditional like ETLs and data warehousing. But then as you get more advanced down the data engineering path, you'll be working in distributed computing environments, building data pipelines, maintaining data systems, working with NoSQL. You'll also know how to code in languages like C++, C#, Java, Scala, and engineer systems that utilize both NoSQL and SQL databases. Now, if you are a natural-born data leader, then you are better at leading projects and teams. You are more like project manager, product manager, stakeholder management, and you're also an incredible data advocate or champion for data initiatives. So you've got more of technical project management and data strategy superpowers. The next thing to consider is, of course, your career goals. So you have to think in the future, where do you want to be in your data career? Do you want to be in the spotlight leading profitable data projects, or do you want to kind of be behind the scenes but have more autonomy with respect to the data implementation work you're actually doing? Or do you really just want to build your own products and work for yourself, not have to answer to anyone, and get to work with who you want on what you want all of the time? Because that's definitely a possibility too. Hey, tell me in the comments below, are you more of a data scientist, a data analytics person, a data engineer, or a data leader? The next thing to consider is your personality. And by that I'm talking about introvert versus extrovert. Although we all know you're probably somewhere in between. But if you're an introvert type personality, you're probably going to be more comfortable and more happy doing implementation and coding work because you get that extra space where you get to, dive into details and not be not be having to interface with clients and with team members all of the time. Either that, or if you're an introvert, you can do really well as a data entrepreneur because you get so much autonomy when you own your own business. But if you're more of the extrovert type and you love being in the spotlight and being around people, then you're probably going to be at your best in a data leadership type role instead of actually coding up the solutions yourself, just because you naturally love being around people. Leading us to tech versus people. So for this, you really have to step back from your current day-to-day life and think about, imagine, visualize at the end of your life when you're looking back at the impact you've had with your career. Do you find yourself being called to making a positive impact on the world via technology, aka building an incredible technology solution that changes the world in magnificent ways? Or do you find yourself at the end of your life, you want to have touched and improved the lives of other people? These are really two different types of leadership styles. And so if you find yourself wanting to make a positive impact through technology, you're probably more likely going to be happy coding and building technology solutions. Whereas if you find yourself gravitating towards wanting to make a positive impact on the lives of others, then it's highly likely you'll be happier as a data leader or perhaps a data entrepreneur. Now see, I am definitely more the latter myself, which is why when I ended up having all the data science skills I needed, I found that, oh my gosh, I definitely don't want to work as a data scientist just because implementation level details, I find that they kind of suck the life and creativity out of me. So I need to be using my data science skills in a way that impacts people, where I can actually see, okay, I'm actually making a difference in the world. Now, looking at your priorities, I'm really talking about seasons of your career. And to explain this concept best, let's look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, if you're not familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's basically the idea that people experience their needs on different levels. The first level is people want to have their physiological needs met. So that is food, water, sleep, and warmth. People just need these things in order to survive physiologically. Once those needs are met, people generally crave and need safety. So when I say safety, I'm talking about access to medical care, shelter, and money to buy these type of things. Once people are feeling safe, then they start craving more love and belonging. So by this, I mean family, friendships, relationships, and community. Once people have all of the love and belonging they crave, they start looking for esteem. And when I say esteem, I mean esteem from other people. So they start looking for validation of their worth from society around them. They start looking for accolades and qualifications, these things that say, okay, this person is worth something. In short, they're looking for more recognition. And then fifth, after you've gotten all of the recognition and accolades you could possibly want, people really start craving self-actualization. And by this, I mean feelings of self-worth, getting to know themselves, inner truth. People start looking to make a profound positive impact on the world around them just because they have already gotten the money, the accolades, the fame, the success, everything they wanted, and they still feel like they need more. And so they turn to their inner self. And uncover that what they really truly helps them to feel satisfied and meaningful in this world is to make a positive impact on the world around them. So how this relates to data careers is just this. Typically, when a person first comes into the data industry, they are first looking for money and new opportunities. So they're looking to satisfy their needs for safety by getting financial needs met. But then once they have the money they need, people then start looking for more freedom and autonomy. Oftentimes they also start looking for accolades just because they believe that more accolades and recognition will lead to more freedom and autonomy for them. They then can use that freedom and autonomy in order to maybe work remotely or be around more of their family, have better relationships, have the opportunity to work in environments that make them happy in terms of their coworkers, this sort of thing. But once people have enough money, freedom, and autonomy, they start looking for more than that. And so they enter the third phase, which I call the impact phase. This really directly relates to Maslow's self-actualization level in his hierarchy of needs. But this is where you really start thinking about what kind of impact do I want to leave on the world around me? And you start craving more than just money and accolades and recognition. Now, I could talk about this ascension forever. I'm sure you can see how passionate I am about it. But the main thing here is what you need to consider when you're thinking about your data career and how you want to develop it. What are you needing? What are you craving most from your data career? Is it money, or is it freedom and accolades, or are you looking to make impact? So the easiest way for you to start making money as a data scientist is, of course, to start offering data implementation services. Now, if you are in the phase of your data career where you're really looking at just to make money so you can buy safety and comfort for your family, of course, we've all been there. And I'll tell you that the quickest way to make money with data skills is to offer data implementation services. But if you find that you're craving more autonomy and freedom, then you may want to look into how you can develop your data career into more of a leadership type role. If the main thing you're looking for in your data career now is more impact, then I suggest looking into starting your own data business or stepping up into a data leadership role. So if you made it to this point in the video and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but Lillian, I want to make more money and have more autonomy at the same time, I've got a perfect video for you. We just came out with a video on how to go from data freelancer to entrepreneur almost overnight. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below and you can check it out afterwards. Okay, now we need to talk about your passions and what they have to do with your data career. Passions with respect to data usually come down to one of four things. Those could be coding, consulting with the business, managing projects, products, and programs, or visioning and improvising. This part's really easy. All you have to do is think about what is fun for you, what gives you the most energy. And if it's coding, then you definitely will want to look into some sort of a data implementation role. But if that's managing programs, projects, and products, or consulting with the business, then you probably want to check out a data leadership role. And if visioning and innovating are more your jam, then you may be leaning more towards a data leader or data entrepreneur. If you loved this ultra meta perspective on data careers, then I challenge you to take my Data Superheroes quiz. This will give you the chance to truly discover your inner data superhero. It's a fast, fun, 45-second quiz that helps you uncover the ideal data career path and role for you given your unique skill sets and passions. And when you get the results, they'll be personalized for your personality and also provide all sorts of updated research statistics in terms of data roles that are a good fit for you and compensation statistics that go along with those. So if you'd like to take the quiz, I promise it's fun. You can do that. I'll leave a link to it below. And if you liked this video, be sure to show it some love by giving it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below what kind of content can I create for you next. Also, subscribe to my channel so you'll be first to know when the next episode drops.